How you doing, Ian?
Hey, I'm doing great. Good to see you, Jason.
Good to see you. So you want to start by introducing the people you got with you today?
Yes, this is Mark Bateman on the drums. Norman Baker on the bass guitar and backing vocals. Elisa Milner on the fiddle, shaker, and backing vocals. And I'm just me.
Yeah. So you've got a new album out, Time Will Take You, playing a show at the Bridgeport Brew Pub tonight. You said you had one coming up in Lake Oswego, too, coming soon?
Yeah, we're playing on Sunday in Lake Oswego. They do an outdoor concert series on Sunday nights called Moonlight on the Mountain? Moonlight and Music, that's what it is. And it's free. You know, folks just come out and bring their picnic, and lawn chairs and blankets and things. It's a really, really nice kind of type of event, so.
I was looking at the tour schedule on your website, and you're playing everywhere in the Northwest. And I imagine over the last 10 years, you've probably played most venues there are to play. Kind of got me thinking: is it like preferable for you to do an outdoor summer kind of concert, or do you like the intimate, club kind of thing?
I like both. The outdoor shows are fun because I feel like being from the Northwest, everybody's just craving the sunshine, and when it finally comes, everybody's in a good mood, and there's nothing quite like music outdoors on a nice evening. Also, people can bring their kids, so some folks that might not be able to get out to the bars because their kids are underage or because they can't stay up that late, they can come, and it's really fun to watch kids interact with music. I always say, I feel like kids are the best critics because, if they like you, they'll really respond, and it's they'll make it kind of emphatic, how much they enjoy it. And if they don't, they're just non-forgiving. It's just they'll start crying and throwing things and whining. So it's very very dramatic, and you can kind of gauge your success with them very easily.
So adults might be doing that on the inside, but you don't get the instant response.
Yeah, that sort of politeness kind of cuts you off from really knowing what they think.
So when you first got started, you're from Seattle, or at least you were when you started with music, right?
Yeah.
So you got a lot of help from Seattle radio. From,
yeah,
the mountain.
Actually, and a lot of those folks are down here now, which...
That's right, we took them all.
Yeah, and that's why KINK is so great, But, we were talking coming down here. I feel like, one of the things that you guys have done so well, which that station, originally did really well in Seattle, is focusing on relationships with musicians and bands and connecting that with live performances with the public. And I think that really connects the public more to a station, because then when you hear that artist on the radio, you have this fond memory of remember when we were at the Bing Lounge, and that was so fun. We got to meet the people, and regardless of what people try to do in terms of scheming and strategizing business, it's all about people and facilitating relationships and things like this. This is what music is about, is connecting people with each other. So you guys do that better than anybody I've ever seen. So
stop. So over the last decade or so, you've played shows with, I'm sure, a ton of different artists. Is there what's like the most unlikely pairing of someone that you've played with? Anyone come to mind? I
don't know. We played a benefit with Jars of Clay, which seemed like kind of a different style of music, but it ended up being a really fun show. Yeah, but actually maybe we've been pretty fortunate. One of my favorites was opening for Patty Griffin. Elisa and I are big fans of hers, and we got to open as an acoustic duo for her and Doug Lancio, which is actually how we first met Doug and ended up doing the album down at Patty's studio. But yeah, that was one of the fun ones because I had just picked up Impossible Dream. It was years ago, and it was in my car deck for maybe 2 weeks. Just listening to it over and over. And I got the call from the guy in Seattle. Hey, you want to do this show? And that was fun because it was like someone that we were really a big fan of.
So Patty's someone that you got to talk to, and she wasn't like dressing room closed.
No
eye contact.
She was really sweet. It was interesting though because she's very quiet and calm backstage. She'll just kind of with a book, her feet up, just kind of relaxing. And then when she comes out, it's just she unleashes this passion, on the audience. and it's almost like she's saving up. And it was neat to kind of witness that transformation. As she got on stage, it was just immediate, and as fans, that was neat to see.
So since we last talked, you got a new album out, Time Will Take You, and that was just a couple months ago that was released.
Yeah, we put that out in early April. So after Elise and I every fall and spring do a lap around the country and play about 50, 60 shows in 2.5 months. And so we got back and had Thanksgiving and then flew down to Nashville and recorded down there. And it was fun. It was a really quick process. We had 3 days with the band. We did 10 songs. We did everything live, all the vocals, everything were live, sung over the band, a 7-piece band. And it turned around pretty quick. We had it out a couple months later. So that's my favorite way to work, because it's really easy to, if you give yourself too much time, to start second-guessing, deliberating, overworking. And when you just give yourself a small amount of time, you just get it done. So
nice. Well, let's hear some more of that music. Give it up again for Ian McFeron.